Today we're going to be loading up what I call my 357 Non Magnum load, and we're going to do it on the Lyman Spar turret press here, and that's coming up next here on Jesse B Outdoors. Welcome back everybody, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, leave a comment down below if you like videos like this. So what this round is, this is actually published data, but as always, disclaimer, use your own load data, get it out of the manual, do your own ladder tests, and make sure it works in your gun. What we're doing today is what I call my 357 non-magnum round. What this is, it is a round that I shoot in my Taurus 605, little snubby. It's not as powerful if you're using like H110, but it still packs a punch to it, but it don't kill my hand as bad as it does using the H110 with full house loads. So let's go ahead, bring that camera in here, and I'll show you guys the components I'm going to use. Alright, for components today, the powder we're going to use is CFE Pistol. Sorry for that glare of the sun there. That's going to be the powder we're going to use. We're using a max charge of 7.6. Once again, do not use my load data. Work up on your own loads in your own gun. I'm not liable for what you do with your stuff. That's what I'm doing on these. I've tested it and worked with my guns. For primers, we are using these CCI primers that I got in a reloading haul. And these are Magnum primers. The only reason why I'm using Magnum in this one is because the reloading haul I actually got these thrown in for free. So I got a bunch of other newer primers that I can use that are Magnums. I want to save those and use these up in this video. And then for brass, what we are using is mixed range brass that's nickel cased. And you can see I already got them pre-primed, so we don't have to worry about it. Also, another thing that we're going to use is going to be our Lee 125 grain bullet. And this is one I casted up here. This is the 358 125 RF bullet. That's everything we're going to use for components on this. Now I'm going to scroll you guys up a little bit. We got something a little bit different up here. Normally I use Lee dies. What I'm starting to do is I'm looking at buying the Dillon 550C, and I wanted to start picking up some RCBS dies for it. I already have some. You can't see them up over here. But a local shop of mine had these 357 ones for a good deal, so I picked them up. So this is going to be the first video we're going to use these in. So let's go ahead and get started. Now the first thing we got to do here is take our rope off. And just in case you guys don't know, with these old presses, if you don't do that, the handle just falls on them. So I always put a rope on mine to hold it up. You can use a rubber band or anything like that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to walk you guys through the steps of this, because I know I got new reloaders out there that watch the channel, and you all said you appreciate this. So I do this in every video. We got our piece of brass here. We're going to go up and size it. Then we're going to move over here. Now this is going to flare it to put the bullet in. What we need to do is to make sure these bullets will fit down inside there like that. Let me grab a case here that is not flared. And you can see we can't put that bullet in there at all. And that's why we got to flare the case. So we got our flared one here, and you can see how the bullet sits straight down in there. That is perfect for seating the bullet. Now what we're going to do is come over here. I always do this. I already set my powder measure up, but you always want to double check it after it's been sitting. And like I said, I'm looking for 7.6 grains or 7.5. Either one will do just fine with me. And we're dead on at 7.6. So now we're going to put that back in the shell holder. We're going to go to the bullet seating die. We're going to put that bullet on there. And we're going to seat the bullet. Double check it here real quick. You can see how I'm right up to the top of the crimp groove. Some people want to know overall length on it. I always just go right to the top of the crimp groove. But I know in the book it says 1.580 is going to be the total length on it. You can see right here, we are, if I can get the glare off of it, we are zeroed out right there. Here, let me do it a little bit better. Let me hold it with my left hand and get it zeroed. You can see we're zeroed out right there. So let's see how close we are to the 15, or 1.580. We are at 15.78, but to me, that's close enough. I'm not too worried about that because we are still in the crimp groove, and I have shot these rounds before, so I'm not real worried about that. But if you're worried about it, definitely go by what the book says and pull that out a little bit more. And then what I'm going to do is do the crimp. And right there is our first round of 357, what I call Non Magnum. It's still a 357 Magnum, it's just because I'm not using a Magnum powder is why I called it that, because of not having that Magnum powder. So let's move on to the next one. And we're going to go back over here to the sizing. I've been trying to load these up different ways on every video, just so you guys can get a different idea, and I'm kind of learning what I want to do on this press. In case you guys don't know, this was my wife's grandpa's press, and my father-in-law let me use it. He passed away, and it's been sitting out in the garage, and I was like, hey, can I do videos with it? And he said, yeah, sure, go ahead. So we brought it over here, cleaned it up, and now we're doing different videos with it. And I haven't done 357 Magnum on it yet, but I was like, well, I'll do my favorite 357, what I call non-Magnum. And there you go. What we will do is we'll do 5 of these, and then I'll change up camera angles because you guys like seeing it from different angles. But like I said, I love shooting these in my Taurus 605 because they definitely don't hurt my hand as bad as a regular Magnum round does. So that's why I like doing this round for that one. What I think we'll do is if we got a day, I shoot out in the field, and if it's sunny out, my chronograph don't like working. But what I think we're going to do is we are going to chronograph 5 of these, and then we'll shoot the other 15 at targets, just for something a little bit different, since I can show you guys what the velocities are on this. Now, the book says, I got it written down here, these should be moving 1,514 feet per second. This load is out of the Lee manual, and I'm not sure what barrel length they were using on that. We are definitely not going to get that because we're using a little 2-inch snub nose. So it'll be interesting to see what we get on that for our velocities. And this will be the first time that I do any velocity testing using this press. Usually if I do videos like this and I'm making up rounds the chronograph, I use my Lee Classic turret press and I take the indexing rod out of it and use it like a single stage. So this will be the first time we're doing anything like this. Now, I'm not being all precise, and I got mixed brass and everything on this, so I'm not expecting the numbers to be real close. But it'll be interesting to see what these do and how they turn out. Right there was number 5. Let's go ahead and change the camera angle. Alright, since we're making these up for a little snub-nose revolver, I want to know is, do you guys like shooting little snub-nose revolvers? And if you do, what kind do you have? Do you have like one of those little Smith & Wesson airweights that you use? Do you use, what's another popular one? The Ruger SP101? Do you use a Taurus like I have? I know for 357 you got the 605, but I know other people like shooting the Snub-Nose 38 Special, the 856 I think it is on that one. What other brands are out there for 357 Magnum? I know there's the EAA Windicator. I think they make a snub nose in that. My shell holder keeps turning there. Some people like shooting that. I know a couple of people who have that gun in a 4-inch and 6-inch barrel. But some people might like those in the snub nose. So leave a comment down below. What snub nose do you guys like the best? I don't mind this little Taurus 605. I've said it in other videos, and I'll probably end up doing another review because I've had that gun for a while on it on my other channel. I've said before, if it was up to me what I do with it now, I would actually not get the 605 and I would get the 856 for the simple fact that, dropped a bullet again. That 357 Magnum hurts my hand shooting it in there. And it's only 5 round. If I got the 856, you guys know I love shooting a 38 Special Plus P round that I make up. And when I carry the gun, I shoot 38 Special Plus Ps in it. So to me, I should have probably just went with the 856 and had the extra round and had 6 rounds instead of 5. That's my thought on that. I should have done that. If I was to do it all over again, that's what I would do. And you never know with me. Sometimes I get bored with a gun and I will sell it or trade it off for something else. So that might end up happening with this, and I might get a 856 just for something different. But as you guys can see here, this is not bad at all loading on this press. Stuff that I've said before that I don't like about it is there's not enough room behind the round. Even though it's cut out a little bit right here, there's still not a lot of room for me to get my finger behind it to set a bullet, and I don't like that. I like the opening better on my Lee Classic turret press. But that's, you know, these are old presses. That was the style of press they were doing back then, because you can see right here, my finger is hitting the back of that press and I can't get that bullet in straight. And with cast bullets, powder coated, high tech and all that, you want to watch that so you don't get shaving and shave off the coating on it. So that was another 5 rounds down. Let's go ahead and change the camera angle again. So like I said before, it's really fun to actually reload on this press though, just because of the history behind it with my wife's grandpa. I think that's real cool. So, you know, I probably would, after I get done doing these series of videos with it, if her dad don't mind. Oop, keep dropping bullets here. If her dad don't mind, I probably will keep it over here and put it into rotation for videos. Like I said before in my other videos, what I'm doing right now is waiting on my Dylan. So I'm trying to knock out as many videos as I can as I got time to reload a bunch of different stuff that I have right now. And what I really want to do is do every single round with it that I reload for, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So if that don't happen before I get the Dylan, so be it. That's why I want to keep it over here, just in case I have a chance to get back to it, which I'm sure my father-in-law, he's pretty cool here. He likes helping the channel out whenever he can. So I'm sure he will let me keep this over here to do more videos with. But of course, when I get the Dylan, I'm going to be so excited for that. I'm going to want to get that up and going. You won't see any of those videos though, probably until the beginning of the year. Because as I'm making this video right now, it is the week before Christmas. So I still got a few videos I want to do with this. And like I said, it all depends on time. I'm sure many of you guys out there know what I'm talking about with time. Sometimes you get so busy, you don't have time to make videos. And I get like that also, where I get busy with stuff. So we'll see what happens with that. But we are coming down to the wire on these 5 rounds. Let me know in the comments down below if you like my videos, how I'm doing them lately like this, where I'm just showing you guys how I make it, do 20 rounds, and then take them outside and shoot them. Do you guys like that setup? I think it's kind of cool. It makes it so the videos aren't as long. I think a lot of my reloading videos have been getting close to a half hour. I think these videos are probably still going to be about a half hour long. But they're going to have a mixture in it. And you guys can see right now the issue I have. That I can't get my finger behind the bullets and I keep dropping bullets. Let's go ahead and change the camera angle up again. Alright, we're going to do our last 5 rounds here. Let's talk about these RCBS dies. This is the first time I'm using these dies. And so far, to me, they seem like they're working real good. Nice and smooth. Not having an issue at all with them. I do think, what die don't I like about it? Or I shouldn't say I don't like the die. The bullet seating die, I'm so used to the adjustments on the Lee that I think that it's harder to get my overall length with the bullet seating die on the RCBS. But you can tell just by looking at them, you can tell a quality difference in them. And they just look a lot better. They seem a lot more solid. The reason why I'm going to RCBS on the Dillon is I've watched videos, and Walter at the Viejo channel actually did a video on it. You can use lead dies on the Dillon, but sometimes you got to put the lock ring underneath the tool head, stuff like that, and I really don't want to mess with that. So, like I said, I think it was back in the spring of 2023, somebody, I'm going to do that different because my hand slid off. Somebody on Amazon was having smoking deals on RCBS carbide dies. And I was trying to pick one up once a week as I got the money. And I ended up not getting every single one of them during that sale. But what I did pick up was I picked up a set for $380, a set for 9mm, and what was the other set I got? Oh, for 40 and 10mm. By the time I got the money for 357 or 45 Colt or 45 ACP, the sale was already over with. And if I remember right, it was up in the high 50s that I picked them up for. And I've just been keeping them off to the side because I already had my turrets for my Lee Classic turret press set up with the Lee dies. But now that we're getting the Dillon, what we're going to do is we're going to set the Dillon up just like this. And we're going to use what RCBS dies I can. And then we'll use the Lee factory crimp die on the end still to crimp the bullets. But that's probably the setup I'll end up using on those. We are on the last round here. Get that spinned over to the crimp die. Get that crimped up here. Get that in there and crimped. And what did I do wrong there? Why did that bullet not seat? Let me go around and fix this real quick. Now this is where a bullet puller like this hammer comes in handy on that. What I did was I got that out with that, and we're just going to redo this round here. Put it in the sizing. We are going to flare it. Then we're going to powder it. Now we will seat the bullet hopefully right this time. And again, I drop it. You guys can see where I'm having issues. That's why I don't like seating bullets on this, because I have a problem getting my fingers up back there. Alright, that time we got it seated right. And we got it crimped right. Now we got our final round made up here. Let's go out and shoot these. Alright, now we're going to try out my 357 Non Magnums here. And this dummy wasted 5 rounds and didn't turn my dang cameras on. So instead of having 20 rounds to shoot, we only got 15 rounds. So what I'm going to do to make up for it, I actually had 4 rounds of my 38 Special Plus Ps. We'll see how those compare to this on the chronograph before we shoot the other 10 rounds. So let's go ahead and see what my 357 Non Magnums do here. 1021, 1020, 1029, 1012. All right, 1009. Let's check those numbers out. All right, we had a high of 1029, a low of 1009, average of 1018, stream spread of 20, standard deviation of 7. Not bad at all for reloading on a press that I am not used to. That is great. Let's grab 4 of those 38 Special Plus Ps and see how those do. All right, now we got a bonus here. We got my 38 Special Plus Ps that I love loading up. You guys have seen plenty of videos on the channel with these. It's my favorite 38 Special load, and it uses the same 125 grain bullet. So let's see how those compare to my 357 Non Magnums. Let's get started. 763, 1006, 787. I think something's up with that one. 718. All right, and that is all of them. Let's go ahead and check those numbers out. All right, on those we had a high of 1006, which I think is a little bit high. A low of 718. Average of 818. Stream spread of 288. Standard deviation of 111. Like I said, I think something was up with that one, but that gives you guys a little bit of an idea of what they are compared to my 357 non-magnums, to my 38 special plus Bs, and a 2-inch snub nose. All right, now we're out here at about 10 yards here, and we're going to shoot the rest of these off, because that's what we like doing in these videos. It's a loading and shooting video. Hopefully you guys, with that little comparison of 38 special compared to these, see a little bit of difference in them. Just try to do that to make up for some of the lost footage here. Let's go for the MGM gong. All right, big silhouette. Missed that. Let's try it again. Oh, lost my... Let's try the MGM coyote. There we go. All right, let's load up the other ones. All right, now we got the last 5 loaded up here. I'm going to try a single action, see if I could hit that MGM popper, but I doubt it, but let's try it. Ooh, I did hit it. Let's try that small silhouette. All right, we pegged that. Let's go back to double action and see if I could hit that small plate. And there we go. I don't have a bowling pin out here. I totally forgot to bring one out because I busted up the other one. And I think that was all of them. Yes, it was. Let's go ahead and finish this video out. So what's my final thoughts here on my 357 non-magnums? Like I said, they're a lot more pleasurable to shoot in this gun. Of course, in my Ruger GP100, they are probably like the 38 Special Plus Bs that we tried out. In this gun, though, they're not as heavy as a true Magnum. That's why I like shooting them in this. They're more than those Plus Bs, but they're still nice to shoot in these. Don't kill your hand. As some people know, the way Taurus does the grip on the back of this with 357, that tears your hand up, and I really don't like that. That's why I normally shoot 38 Special Plus Bs in it. So I hope you guys are enjoying this video series, loading and shooting. I figured it'd be something kind of fun for this channel to only load up like 20 rounds and then come out here and shoot them. Like I said, this time I wanted to get the chronograph out to show you guys the chrono numbers on these. My dumb butt forgot to turn the camera on, wasted 5 rounds. Luckily, I found those 38 Special Plus Bs rolling around in my bag. I had 4 of those just to try to give you guys some more footage and give you a little comparison on them. So as always, don't forget to check the links out down below. Down there I have links to Axel Hearing Protection, Gators Eyewear, and a bunch of other companies I like dealing with. Some of them got discount codes to save you guys money. Some are affiliate accounts that do help out the channel. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Leave a comment down below. We are One Nation Under God, and I'll see you all on the next one.